Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sims 3 101 Dalmatians challenge, and we are here with our nanny Bridget. It's almost Bridget's very last day with us. That's so surreal. She's been with the family for so long, and she's actually found that she has some really great skills as a dog trainer. I think Bridget is looking forward to traveling the world and maybe training dogs throughout all sorts of different countries, like visiting really rich villas in France and being able to train the dogs of the really fancy owners who live there. I think that she would be very happy being a dog nanny. I think that's what Bridget has in the end discovered is her passion. So yeah, we're here with Bridget, who has been training Rolly just non-stop. I turned around, we had her working on teaching Rolly how to speak, I believe. Yeah, we taught him how to, I think, sit up and speak, or sit and see, like speak at the same time. Like she just whizzed through that. So I was really super impressed with that. But we are back with the household and the Radcliffe Dearly family, who is getting ready to go out on a picnic because it is Terry's birthday. Terry is super excited because he really wants to go see a wild horse. Apparently he wants to work on his painting skill too, but it is going to be his birthday today. So we're going to throw a party for him, which is something that Roger really wants to do. He wants to throw a good party for him, wants to make sure that Terry's happy. And oh wow, they really are approaching adult age. Oh my gosh, they're growing up so quickly. And then let's see, Andrea, not her birthday for quite some time. Meredith, oh my gosh, Meredith wants to attend the free game, and she's actually closing in on her birthday as well. I hadn't noticed, but it's also Lyra's birthday. Lyra, heck or high water, is going to grow up today. Her mom, Suas, like her biological mother, Suas, was supposed to come over and we were going to invite her to the family camping trip, but it looks like, well, it's not like a camping trip. It's actually the family day out to go look at the wild horses at the waterfall, but it looks like she's just not coming. So we're just going to have to wait. Oh, and Perdita just found a gem. Yay, Perdita. Now you go ahead and take care. Oh, yeah, no, you pee. Go ahead and pee. I didn't mean to cancel out like pee. You need to do that. That's something that a dog needs to do. But yeah, the family is busy and chaotic as always. Perdita is actually expecting another litter, and we really are trying to get some time to focus on the dogs again. But I tell you what, guys, I am so excited for when we begin like our Survivors challenge, or our Life as a Stray Pack challenge, or our Wolves in Sims 3 challenge. Whatever it's going to be, where the dogs can kind of be the main focus. They were meant to be for a 101 Dalmatians challenge. Just then, Anita and Roger decided to have a bazillion children who all have absolutely fascinating and interesting stories. And the next thing you know, I'm just super busy like chasing after all of them all of the time. All right, we're gonna have him go here. I don't want him to go anywhere. Here, why don't you go ahead and like text? Can you just like send a friendly text to Suas and be like, hey, you were gonna come like for the family day out. It is Lyra's birthday. We'll invite you later, even if you don't come. All right, and he does want to talk to Terry. So friendly, ask about day. We want to make sure Terry is going to get the kind of day that he really wants. And then, let's see, give him a good hug, because it's his morning. There we go. And then once Meredith has finished eating, she really wants to sneak away to go attend the free game at the stadium. But once she has finished eating, then we will send the family out on their little trip. And I hope everybody's more or less doing okay, which is a miracle for everybody here. Oh, you guys don't have much of a bond anymore. What on earth happened? What? You guys should have like all sorts of talk about Star and Anita's smile. That's adorable. They should have all sorts of a bond going on. No wonder he wants to check in with his son. He probably feels like they haven't really been paying good attention to each other. Meanwhile, little Andrea wants to go do something. All right, Meredith is done. Phooey, and I really wanted him to talk longer, but somebody needs a bottle and Snuggles before we can leave, because the nanny is busy. Well, actually, you know what? The nanny probably needs to get back over here. All right, so we're gonna bring Bridget back home. Oh my gosh, Meredith. Meredith is busy presiding over the royal court. She's so imaginative. It's adorable. So we'll let her, yeah, she's quite busy right now. She's just so cute. I love her as a kid. I can't wait to see what kind of creative adult she's going to, or teenager she's going to be. This is so cute. All right, and then we need to take care of our little baby Lyra. In fact, I think Anita would take care of Lyra. Just because Bridget's taking a little while, and Anita is very in tune with children. And it's going to be interesting to see how when Tisha moves in to be the new nanny and help out with kids. We only need one bottle, Anita. Where it's going to be very interesting to see how Tisha reacts to helping out with an alien child. All right, you can go ahead and clean the house, Bridget. That's something that needs done. All right, are you guys bonding at all? I really hope so. Meanwhile, he wants to talk to like all of his kids, Emma and Meredith. All right, and let's go ahead. Special, family oriented. Let me do dog person skills. We can talk about the dogs, I think. Enthused about dogs. Bond, you two. I can't believe you guys aren't that close anymore. What? He just got shot down by his son for talking about dogs. Terry, why don't you talk about what you want to talk about then? He does want to be friends with his dad. Maybe just chat. We'll just have him chat for a minute. And then, what was that? Ask about day. Probably asking about like how the day is gonna go. All right, and then as soon as now the baby is taken care of, we will be heading out finally. Go ahead, snuggle the baby for a minute. There. It's okay, little one. It's okay. We'll do a couple quick snuggles. And then we'll send the family out. Goodness gracious. Trying to herd these guys into doing something together for a minute. There we go. Takes forever. But the good news is we always just have to prioritize like you do in any big family where it's like, okay, everybody, the baby is taken care of and the animals are taken care of. Everyone else go to the restroom and just hold your complaints for later because we have a family outing to go to. Yeah. All right. And then let's see, Rolly, what are you doing? I kind of want to bring one of the dogs. Who's in a good mood? Let's see. Not Pongo. Basil's in a good mood. So let's go ahead and we'll bring Basil. Is Rolly in a decent mood? He's just running around. Perdita's in an okay mood, but I think she'd want to stay with Cloudy and Ranger, who are also going to grow up today. And so we'll keep them here. All right. So the whole rest of the family, including Basil, is going to come over. Please tell me the wild horses are still here. No, the wild horses are gone. Where have they migrated to? That was the whole point of coming, was to try to see the wild horses. Oh, wow. What's this? I didn't know this was here. This is so cool. It's like a little campsite. I had no idea this was here. This is adorable. Well, I guess we could kind of come this way. All right. So the whole reason we were going to be over here was because the wild horses sometimes show up over here. But it looks like they're all gone. So are the wild horses over at the other spot? Sometimes they like to come down over here. So wild horses? That's what Terry really wanted for his birthday, wild horses, please. I see dig spots. I see lots of things to collect. Ah, phooey, we missed the wild horses. Unless we might happen to run across them, like, over here. There's a random man who's paparazzi. Paparazzi man, are you chasing down the wild horses too? Huh. Well, what about over here? They kind of travel between the parks, I've noticed. So you can sort of just like zip over to the different parks. And as you can see, people like their wild horses here because they have the little spots for horses everywhere. Huh. So no such luck today. But we'll come up here anyway because it looks like it's a nice little park and the whole family can just kind of enjoy some time here. All right, go here with pretty much everybody. Not Bridget. She needs to stay here. Go here with everybody. Terry, and where is... Let's see, Basil... Andrea, Basil. It's like double checking to make sure we have all the kids. I think we have all the kids. Okay, come. All right. All right, make it over here, family. I really hope this works. Stop trying to talk to her, Pat. Pat, back off. She's got places to go. There's a meetup happening here. All right, and we'll see if we can get the family over here. And let's see if the... I put a bunch of dig sites down. Dig site spawners. There's dig site spawners showing up. All right, and we'll have the kids come over and they can dig through... What? Well, the parents can help them dig through the things that are over here and excavate these ruins. Man, or excavate like this little ruin area. I put a whole bunch of little dig sites so that they can try to like find hidden relics like arrowheads and stuff like that that have been left behind. Though really they're the dig sites from like China and Egypt and France. But, you know, the basic idea is the arrowhead idea. All right. And then let's see, become best friends with your dad. Are you guys just gonna have to walk? Oh, look, the whole family's here! Yay! They're going on their little journey together. This is so fun. I didn't realize they would have to walk the rest of the way, but somehow this is adorable. It's just like a little family adventure, and there's like flowers everywhere. I think Emma would probably want to collect those flowers. Emma would want to collect them. Meredith would want to collect them so that like she could pretend to eat them or something. And well, no, Andrea would probably want to collect them. Andrea wants to be a surgeon. Or Emma wants to be a surgeon. Sorry, there's so many kids. Andrea is feeling enlightened from her chicken experience. So Andrea seems to really like chickens, and she likes logic skill, and she's artistic. So maybe she just really, really likes birds. But this is fun. Look at them come through here. I forgot this is what it looks like. Oh, Terry, or like, yeah, Terry. I think you would want to pick this stone up. You collect this stone, and we'll continue like sending you forward to meet with everybody else. Ooh, there's 2 of these stones. I think Terry would get distracted and want to collect these. That's for sure. Teach Rolly how to roll over. Well, that's something we can save. He found a bloodstone. That's so neat. All right, everybody else is still running over for the meetup. This is for Terry, basically. And another bloodstone. That's kind of creepy that there's just like bloodstones that pop up over here. All right, and still no wild horses, but we're almost all the way up here. So we'll send Terry over here to be able to collect this piece. And then basically the other idea is just to let the whole family kind of relax together. All right, everybody's still meeting up. And we'll go ahead and chat with Emma. Make sure that Emma is having a good day. And then Meredith wants to catch an insect, so we'll kind of look around for that. All right, and then Basil's excited because he came along on the big ride. He wants to socialize with his brother. Oh, he actually wants to sniff Andrea. All right, so we'll go ahead and have him sniff. And then Anita can go ahead and spend a little bit of time. How about ask about day with Meredith? So everybody can spend some time getting to just sort of play together. In fact, can you guys play together? It used to be with the kids, you could always do like these little playing game things. Start a water balloon fight. That sounds pretty fun. Go for it. Meanwhile, Terry has discovered some things over there. Any wild animals over here, perhaps? Ah, phooey. The whole reason we came out here was so he could see the wild horses, and now they're not here. But we can maybe have him come and do some fishing. And meanwhile, everybody else is getting a chance to bond too. All right, watch a wild horse. Oh, that's so cool. Roger really wants to try to find a wild horse because that's what his son wanted to do, and now that's not what's happening. What are you doing over here, buddy? Play with. Oh, Terry. Somehow he even brought the wild horse toy with him. So that's too bad. That's too bad the wild horses left because I was totally going to have them be able just to like hang out together like that. Oh, well, that's all right. You know, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sorry that we weren't able to give you your special birthday, Terry. All right, and let's have these guys play. They need to play together. In fact, I wonder, can we end up having like a big water balloon fight? Can we like join in one? Invite to join conversation. Can we invite to join conversation? Confess to watching you while you sleep. Let's see. If we start the water balloon fight, can we get more Sims? There we go. More Sims involved. Ask to join fight. Ask to join fight. There we go. And the family can spend a little bit of time interacting. And Andrea is just like, no, I just want to read this book. Andrea! Okay, I'm going to make her join in the water balloon fight too. Might as well just have everybody join in, including you, Terry. Because we're trying to get the family to bond together. Maybe they can do a little bit of fishing. And then Basil came too, so he can come over here and like dig up these 2 spots. There we go. A fun family day out together. Wow, there's a lot of girls in this family. And Tisha's about to move in too. Oh, there you go, guys. All right, have a good time. Wow, we really haven't ever gotten them all out together like this, where it's just away from the farm and the family having a great time together with one of their always present Dalmatians in the background. This is really sweet. I like it. All right, Terry, enjoy. Oh, talk to Roger. Hopefully they can become... Basil found something interesting. Basil, what'd you just dig up over there? A maple leaf. How exciting. And we'll send them home in a little bit. Because, yeah, I was really hoping we would bump into the wild horses for Terry up here. But it doesn't look like that's the case. But we'll just let him have a bit of a day out. And we'll send him over to the excavation site in just a little bit, too. All right, Basil just found something special for the first time. He found a special rock. A gigantic space rock. That's so cool. We're going to have to add that to our space rock collection in the front yard. Good job, Basil. I'm very happy that you were able to do that. Why don't you go ahead and maybe like sniff out some collectibles for a minute. Then you can come over and play with the family. All right, and everything. Zombies ate my plants. Bridget's just reading. The baby's fine. Maybe a little bit lonely, but we'll give her some snuggles soon. Basil's running around. Do they have their relationships go up with everybody while they play? I hope they do. Because he has no relationship with his sisters. Yeah, this is important. We need to do more family events like this. Alright, well I think this is going pretty well. I'm going to go over here. And let's see, can you talk to Roger? Let's go ahead and maybe share a secret of like, well Dad, if we didn't see the horses, I want to go and I want to dig up some things. So the girls are still playing. That's adorable. Basil, what are you doing? Here, we're going to have Anita come over and brush Basil for a minute. Alright, care and brush. Because we do need to take care of the dogs as well. There we go. Terry's telling his secret. I think Roger would be like, okay son, we'll give him a little hug. My favorite music is Digitunes. Oh, that's adorable. And then, I don't guess, gossip? Alright, and then we'll go ahead and we will send the family down to go gather up whatever at those ruins. Did you know that Jared Cagle is filthy rich? What? I would have never guessed it either. That's some good gossip. Oh, and there's even the ice cream car, Frosty Dreams. Oh, that's funny. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and we'll send the family down here now because the kids do need to gather up some relics. Okay, go here with the whole group. Huzzah! But we'll send them down here because they do need to gather up some relics for a couple school assignments they have. One that Terry has been carting around for a long time now. Let's see. Befriend a stray, see a wild horse, teach Rolly how to roll over, become best friends with Anita. That's more important. That has a higher value. Play at the family fun water arena. Oh, I think they want to go to the family festivals. We'll start doing that more often, sending them to like the seasonal festivals. But yeah, Terry has had this opportunity, I think for school, like after school activities, the entomology club. But yeah, he's had this opportunity. Where the heck are your opportunities, child? I can't remember where to find opportunities. Deep breaths, Siri, deep breaths. Okay, slow down. There you go. The whole tab called opportunities. The archaeology exhibit a small collection of relics are on display in the school foyer, and the school is asking for student contributions. Specifically, a common relic from Egypt or China. So we're going to try to find one over here. All right. And that means that Roger will be like, oh, here's one, because unfortunately Terry can't dig this up himself. Oh, great. The full moon's up, but we should be able to avoid all of that. Alright. You go ahead and excavate there. And then Anita's going to be like, this is against my better judgment, but she can come over and excavate over here. Like these little dig sites. And then we'll send the kids... Where are all the kids? Children! Are they at the park? You can't just abandon your kids halfway there, you guys. Can the kids come over and pick the daisies and things like that? I think they can. I think there was like an insect over here. Now it's too dark to be able to see a darn thing, but there was, I'm pretty sure, an insect over here. Can you see anything? Ooh, he can see all of the stones. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's left from an opportunity I just haven't finished. Yeah, it is! The scavenger piece, the scavenger hunt. Okay. For the rock hounding club. I forgot he was a member of the rock hounding club. Well, you know what? I'll let him go ahead and collect one last medal because he's been putting off getting the medal. We'll let him collect a medal later. Like the supernovium right behind his house will do just fine. But yeah, all right, kids, hang in there. I'm going to send Emma. I think Meredith would... Oh, she also wants to see... Let's see, there was a bug over here. I just get the feeling that Emma would want to collect the flowers, but I think like all of the girls would just come over. We'll let them all come over and like collect up some flowers really quickly. How is there an arcade machine? I don't even know. But we'll let all the girls come over and like collect up some flowers. And Terry, is there a flower for you as well? I just think that like one girl would have seen it and all of her sisters would have been like, oh, I want to do that too. I think that Terry's going to come over and like whatever Roger digs up will be the gift to him. Huh. Alright. Parents are digging around. The kids are visiting the park. But yeah, this is going to be a future spot that I want to kind of work in all of my Sims neighborhoods. I like to really add to them with like custom builds so that our Sims have really creative places to go. There's Sims here! There's people visiting the park. Cool. Alright, what's he finding? Wow, Roger found a relic worth like 109, so he'll give it as a present. There we go, a Chinese bowl, and he will give it as a present to Terry. That would be really fun. All right, meanwhile, the baby needs some attention, but she's getting attention from the nanny, so that works out. All right, Terry, can you look at anything? He's gonna play with it. Anita got one mysterious fragment. What does that do, Anita? I have no idea. I've never seen these mysterious fragments. And it looks like Roger can get more than one thing from these relic scraps, so we'll leave him be for that for just a minute longer. All right, he found some trash. Whoa, what's that? What's this? What is that? It's so cool. What am I looking at here? Hey, bush, you're in the way. What's this? Is this like a little trash spot or something like that? That's really neat looking. I've never seen that. I don't really work with the relics very often. So that's the other reason I'm super excited. Is Emma coming over? Oh, she's going to talk to her brother on her own. That's so cool. All right, meanwhile, we have a palm reader named Max somewhere in the world here. So that's pretty cool. And Andrea's just striking up conversation. What, Basil? Where are you? Where you saw a wild horse? What? There's a wild horse over here. Oh my gosh. Yes, Basil. Good job. Oh, and look at little Andrea. I knew that she'd have a bit of an affinity for flowers. So I think she wants to look at flowers. Maybe she's into kind of like chemistry and things like that. Roger just found something. Terry, I think Emma was coming over to let you know. Hey, wild horse. Come watch the wild horse. How cool is this? Basil, I think you have a good affinity for Terry, if you ask me. Meanwhile, Roger is finding so many things. Andrea's finding mysterious fragments. Wow, Roger's finding a lot. All right. Terry, come on, Terry. No, that's not Terry. That's Gloria. Terry, come on. And Roger actually wants to watch the horse too. Man, I can't even see the horse because it's just so far away. Let's have the whole family come over and watch the wild horse. What is this? Enter the crashed ship from the wastelands. It's not even over here, Andrea or Anita. There's so many people. All right, let's come over. Everybody's going to come watch the wild horse for a second. Yeah, look at that. Everybody wants to see the wild horse. That's really cool. Wild horse. All right, stop talking with random stranger and watch wild horse. And wild horse. And let's see. Stream video. And wild horse. There we go. This poor thing is going to be surrounded. Terry, are you having fun? Terry, is this everything you've always wanted? See a wild horse? Affection? Can you feed it a treat? Come on, you're seeing the wild horse. He wants to pet it. Oh my gosh, look, he's coming over here. Is the wild horse is getting in a car? What? All right, come on, watch him. Watch the wild horse. Maybe let's sniff hand. There, that's exactly what Terry wanted for his birthday. Let's see if we can get close to him. And all the other kids are really excited about this too. Whoa! Meanwhile, it's Ranger's birthday. So Ranger's growing up like now. Man, okay, good for you, Ranger. I love you, puppy, but hang on. This is like a special moment for Terry. Basil, good job. I'm so proud of you. All right, so we're watching the wild horse. Hopefully this will count for watching him. Can we get down here? Oh my gosh, so far away. Down here and get a good look at the horse. This is so cool for Terry. I'm really happy for Terry because this is something that he really wanted, was to see a wild horse on his birthday. And it's extremely hard to see you because you're so... There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's extremely hard to see this wild horse because it's so dark. But there we go. So Terry, there you are. And I know so many of you guys want me to like have horses. We just have such a full household already. We'll have to see what happens with Terry and like his family in the future. All right, hang in there, you guys. Ranger's an adult. Yay. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's like lots and lots of parties going on. It's Cloudy's birthday. Ranger, good job, buddy. We'll check you out in just a minute. Anita is like reading commitment issues. She pulled that book up on her own again. I think she's worried about Sue-ass. All right, come on, Terry. How do you not have the see a wild horse thing yet? Can you let him sniff your hand? Is he gonna run away from you? Come on. All right, we're gonna see if we can pull off the sniffing of the hand. And then maybe even the feeding of the treat. And then we'll send everybody home. There we go. Now he feels like he has had his moment to bond with the wild horse. And he actually wants to pet a wild horse. But you have to have a really good relationship for that. And I don't think that he's going to let him. Also, I don't recommend doing this in like the real life children because this is so dangerous. You do not want to just walk up to any strange animal, any wild animal, including a wild horse. They're beautiful and wonderful, but they can also be extremely dangerous because they're big animals. You got to respect that. He has gigantic, scary eyes. But there we go. So Terry has finally got his little wish to see a wild horse. Hopefully that'll help him feel like he has a better grasp on what he wants out of life. He already knows his lifetime wish of wanting to rescue a whole bunch of stray animals, and maybe this is kind of the first step in understanding what that means. So we will be checking in with Terry and his family next time, and we will hopefully, let's see, how far can we get with this patting of the horse? Affection, feed, treat. Cloudy's now an adult. I think the wild horse has had enough of us. And Lyra is growing up like this second. So yeah, we've got to get home. But next time we will get back for Lyra's birthday. We'll call Suas over and we're about to crash. How can I get like Roger not to crash? He also wants to pet a wild horse. I think he really wants to bond with his son over looking at wild horses of the area. And then we need to grow Terry up and have Bridget move out and have Tisha move in. And basically it's going to be a very, very busy time for the family. So I will see you guys back here next time when we have little Lyra growing up. And we'll see what kind of beautiful baby girl she's going to be as a toddler. And we'll have to see if Roger and Anita will ever have the time that they need to try for their last baby and how desperate Anita is going to be. Are they going to flunk the third try for a baby and have Anita just go into a tailspin and try fertility treatments and risk twins and triplets as a result? Or are they going to be lucky and just manage to pull off that final baby to make Anita's heart feel like complete and at home with the family that they've built together? So we'll have to see how that does. We'll have to see how co-parenting with an alien does with Suas, and if Anita and Suas might be able to develop a friendship, or if they're just going to have this really awkward relationship for the rest of Lyra's life. And we'll have to see how all the puppies do. So now we have poor Ranger and Cloudy have managed to grow up. We'll have to see if they have skills, and we'll have to call Suas over so that hopefully they can be adopted out to her. So I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.